for anyone who's watching right now, I am preparing the stream right now. A little patience, please. All right, let's do this. Okay. We got our whole setup going here. Hopefully we're doing good. Let's do this. Started from the top. Let's go down. Let's see here. We got this going. Skull and Bone. I heard that wasn't doing good. Hello. Hi. Hi. How's it going? We are doing great. When I mean we, the little people inside here, and the giant, and me. Hello. Let's see if a friend joins SNBC. Have a little someone to talk to while I'm doing my thing. Great fun. Yes. Gun. Good fun. One to one ratio. Mix. Mix it real good. And you know, the rest goes on. Also, Mr. Avocado here got sick, and from what I'm hearing, I know other people that are also getting sick. It's already happening. It just turned winter. Well, fall, I believe, actually. There's no way, man. Here in the valley, the desert of all deserts, the place of all places. No way, man. Okay. The little feetsies. Get them toes pedicure, manicured, lower cured. Hello. Hi. Get them toes painted, girl. Beautiful polish. Also, I drank coffee and I'm hella jittery right now. I haven't had coffee in a while, and it has a toll. It has come to charge its dues. Oh heck no, dwarves! Ugh. Get out of here, you dirty freaking mud dwellers! Get out of here! You think you're good? No, shoot. You ain't nothing. Yeah. Hello, little gato. El sir. Aquí está el sir. Hola, sir. ¿Cómo estás? You're in class break right now? Oh, yeah. You're just being chilling at school? Or is it online? In statistics? No days off for the wicked. Today, I don't have to go to work, but I'm working on this. Oh, I'm in such a mood of painting some terrain right now. Painting Carl Franz from a friend. He wants to commission me, and I frankly am very excited to paint Carl Franz from France. The France. But no. We're on one thing at a time. Oh man, I'm jittery hell. I'm super jittery. Too much caffeine. Way too much caffeine. Getting old in jitters. He's doing the online class of that class. Math online is a curse. I can't do math online. It's too much brain power. And then when I need help and you know, there's no one there to teach you because the professor hops off, you know, the call. Yeah, no thank you. I need my help. Yeah, I'm painting Carl Franz for a friend of mine. The one that's playing Empire. Freaking love Carl Franz, man. I was also looking at a video at work yesterday, and I didn't realize how little factions are left over for having what's the word I'm looking for? But there's not so many more factions that are missing for release in Old World, like the armies and stuff. From what I understand, it's Empire, Beastmen, Wood Elves, Dark Elves. Are the Dark Elves in there? I don't remember if they were one of the major ones. But the ones that they had originally announced, that apparently we're almost done. And then we got hopefully another bunch of armies releasing. I need my wood, boys. I really hope they bring back some of the newer kits from Age of Sigmar, because I really want those riders, those wild riders. Need me wood, boys. Give me wood, boys. Hello, Mr. Fox. Hi. Let's see, just a moment. Ooh, jittery. Oh yeah, the high elves are. We're missing the high elves. Very true. Very true. Need my eagle raiders. Need some more tree men, ancient tree men. Give me those. Give me more. I know. I'm dying for them to bring back, believe it or not, out of everything I want, I would like them to bring the Vampire Coast as well, so that Abram can start collecting those. Really want to help him out with those. Not to mention, I think the army looks badass as hell. It'll look totally wicked. But I think that's a stretch. I don't know. Yeah, I think like they'll prioritize releasing Cathay and Kislev, as you said. They did say they were working on that and that the book was already finished, so it's very likely that they're gonna give them the major focus before those other factions like Vampire Coast. And they don't even have to like release a bunch of like models for them. In fact, most people, when they played it before, they just did the regular zombies and they converted them with like those mutineer hats and stuff, whatever they call them, the buccaneer hat, and do conversions of your own and such like that. Give them some rules. That's all Abram and me are asking for. Some official rules. At least acknowledge that they exist. It's not even that. They don't even acknowledge them. They haven't even been mentioned whatsoever. Not even in Legacy. Which is really sad. Yeah, Norska as well, right? I mean, Norska in a way can be played already, if I'm correct. I think in the Chaos Army book, there's already like listed troops and stuff for like playing basically the barbarians. Not like official Norskans, but you can play essentially your own Norskan thing. Kind of like the way I was telling everyone, I was like, well, you can, like, if you really want to play old world, right? Like if it had to be the old world rules, just play the vampires, the counts, the vampire counts, and just with the theme of, you know, the theme of that Vampire Coast. The only downside is he would be losing all of the faction's identity, which Abram likes shooting a lot. He likes his distance, he likes his guns, and he wouldn't have that because it would be unofficial, which would suck. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he does. I think he admires them all, like at least the ones that we appreciate. Like he has an appreciation for it because we're into it, but nothing that he sat down and was like, yeah, I want those too as a second thing. But when you think about like how I started off, I thought the same thing. It was really hard for me to really think, oh, like these are the ones I really enjoy and I want to start collecting. You really have to like sit down, play them and stuff in Total War to get that kind of emotion going, that drive to want to collect something specific. And Abram, he was playing Total War for a while, like when we were doing it. And I know he kind of just fell off for a bit. We tried like Bretonians, and they were quite a lot of fun. I know he played the coast on his own. What else was it? We tried Skaven. He likes the Skaven, but what's the point when already owned the army? He already plays it. And that's how he's planning to play. And honestly, I think that's the best way. When you have a friend who already has an army you enjoy, you know, just use it. Not to mention my priorities playing somewhat else either way. I don't know why, but I've had this real bad urge of doing like dwarf stuff. Really like their like structural aesthetic. And there's this Patreon going right now for some terrain that is dwarven themed. And I really want to get some of that painted for us to play on. You know, get one of those like mats that is like literally cave design, like how you would fight in the Total War battles underground. Put some like rubble, put some like cave tall like rocks that seem like to reach for the ceiling, stuff like that, like ceiling spikes. That would be awesome. Some ruins. Yeah, and then that way it can be both a dwarven, you know, aesthetic, and then we can do Skaven, like an underground hive city. Yeah, it could definitely fit the Skaven theme. Yes, sir. In fact, I'm really sad that I didn't get it, but I would have. The Lord of the Rings, you know, like the evil ruins. It looked so perfect for Skaven. It really, really looked perfect for Skaven stuff. It looked like a Skaven Blight. And I was so tempted to get it. And they had the last one up in San Diego. I would have loved to convert that into like a Skaven theme. Like you said, just add some warpstone and you got the aesthetic. I still have that Age of Sigmar, like those tunnels. Those look really cool. Just, I don't think anything like that really exists for the old world, but you know, terrain, it looks cool. I can just pretend it's the liquid stuff that they put in the globadier stuffs, you know, the ones that they toss. It's the fabricator where they put the chemicals, all the fumes, the deadly stuff. That'll be really cool. The rat gat. An orc player, so you can see they tunneled out from there with a warp drill. But why would the orcs use a warp drill? That's kind of cringe. That's not lore accurate. Girl, look at them toes. They're looking mighty fine. The Skaven. Yes, they would drill out. Not the orcs. How dare you? Silly human. Skaven weapons are for Skaven. Skaven paws and their paws only. Get away from my beautiful message. Oh, look at them toes. It's all coming together. Jitters, go away. I do not like you. The jitters make me jittery. All shaky and stuff. I feel like I can't paint when I'm jittery. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Hey, are you gonna join in, voice? Yummy avocado. Oh no, I meant like, are you joining inside VC with here, like to chat? And so you can be a part of the vocal communication here. don't know how else to put it. All right. My bad. I saw the message just now. I was focused on this. But all right. Hopefully everything's good. Just doing my thing. not very demure on the streaming sound side. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. I have no idea what that is. I also don't really watch TikTok at all. I just see the ones that people clip onto Instagram. What's the meaning of demure in this case? Like, what is it used? How is it used? My friend that commissioned this, he he for some reason he got me stuck with the stupid brother. Brother, what is that, brother? It's wild. It's whack. And it likes to quack. I'm not cringe, you're cringe. How dare you call me cringe? Who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. I gotta talk to someone. Brother, oh, brother. Hey, yo. It's the man. It's the dude. It's the Kel Friends owner. The magic man himself. Hello. You came to snoop? What's crack-a-lackin'? The magic. Make the right choice. Oh, I'm still thinking of that speech from the trailer. Short. Freaking dwarves. Being short-minded. Huh? That was funny. Brother, what is that, brother? Brandon, you're so lucky you get to work on your Bretonians. I want more stuff to paint for my wood elves. I feel like you guys are all progressing so fast compared to me. I mean, even though I got my army painted in a week, but I'm out of stuff to paint. Come on. Gimme. The Dark Witch on dragon. Yeah, dude. If you have a dragon in your army, that'd be so cool. I really want to get the green forest dragon for my wood elves. Really want to get that as one of my other centerpiece models. That and Orion, the official like legendary character for my faction. The hunt commences! You know, he blows his horn. As, you know, weird as that sounds. The wild hunt. Le croissant. We are beset by all sides. Our kingdom crumbles while you here sit and beckon upon me. My choice to protect the realm. Follow and fight with me. Man, I feel like a poofy chicken right now. I need a haircut. Just let my hair grow? No, man. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Oh, if I go on Friday, by the way, you guys are in for a surprise. Let's see if you guys catch it that day. Nothing to do with the hobby. More of an appearance thing. Nothing crazy either, I think. Just something different. Hell yeah. Oh, you won't be there on Friday? No. Well, you'll have to see it some other time. Right. I'm assuming because of your happenstance right now, not necessarily work. Ripperonis, man. Game over, man. Right now, I'm just kind of thinking about like wood elf quotes and like what they would say like in an RTS. Like, of course, you could just open up Total War and hear their lines, but also like, you know, other things other than the pre-written ones. My arrows fly true, dead center between the eyes. In the shadows, we stalk and hunt. The hunt beckons me. They will never know what hit them. Spearmen at the ready. Duty calls, we protect our grove. Yeah. And also, just like Eldar in 40k, they kind of have like a caste system where necessarily not everyone like they're not necessarily peasants per se, but everyone fits the role as a peasant in the wood elf like society. They're all equally useful. They can all hunt, you know, stalk and stuff. There's some better than others that are, you know, chosen for like scouting and patrolling duties and stuff, you know, because of their skills, even though they're all skilled, which is what makes the wood elf roster a very elite roster. You know, a lot less units than other most armies, but they're more powerful, right? But the cool thing is, like, when their groves, which is like their settlements, are under attack, the standard civilian for most factions, you know, like a peasant, a slave, or whatnot, they would the wood elves are very well trained, you know, to defend their groves. And they're very militarized, which is really cool. Think of it like the UN in real life, the United Nations. You attack one part of the grove, you essentially harass the whole forest in this case. No body is unused. Everyone takes part. And of course, the first other thing that comes to mind when you think of like wood elves, the tree people, which, believe it or not, some people don't know that they really don't coexist. They live separate from each other. They don't live as like a walking side-by-side society. They're kind of just, the groves are their thing, and the wood elves happen to see them, and they don't necessarily work together. They only defend together. The tree people didn't like the wood elves very much at first, when they first arrived. Athaloran was kind enough to kind of just embrace them inside their society. My blade grows sharper and deadlier. We must strike swiftly. I don't know why, but I think of the peasantry of Bretonians having the stronghold legends kind of. Sir, my bow is yours if you'll have me. Will there be bread? I'm just a farmer, a humble farmer, paying my tithes. Men-at-Arms. When are we getting paid? We're ready for a good scrapping, sire. Lead the way. And of course, you got your grill knights and stuff who are like, hoity-toity. For liberty, for France, rebellion, oh la la. Ooh la la. And then, of course, you got your traditional, more like Americanized slash also kind of depending of what region Empire is from. They're like just standard sounding. I don't know. Steam tank at the ready, sir. Forking in country. Reichland rides. Riflemen are all spiffy, sir. Ready to join the ranks. Just show me the target, sir. Hellblaster's ready. Man, my pinky's getting sweaty. I don't like it. We do not. Yeah. RTS units, hell yeah. Yeah, that's why I think it's just so much fun. It's like, you know, what would they say? We will not fail you, sir. We will guard you with our lives. Us and our griffins. Honor-bound. Code. We'll hold him out. Us men-at-arms are always ready. My lord, when's the next pay? Me and the boys were thinking, when do we strike? Sir? I'd love to do Skaven, but it's pretty hard. And they're a very deep voice. My favorite one's always from Dawn of War, the orc voice. Yeah. Oh hey boss. Works. Chin up, lad. Man, I keep forgetting to go get this this piece. There's like an aquarium, like fallen log at work that I've been looking at, and the problem is that it doesn't have its barcode thing, and it's either $25 or $15. And if it's $15, I really want to get it because it's like a fallen trunk. And I was thinking to put it on a base and like spruce up the surrounding of it so it doesn't look so just random and kind of like blend it into the terrain, because I want some more stuff for the wood elf kind of theme. I also want to get like grove buildings like the ones I was just mentioning. That would be really cool. And so like when we fight, we can make it look like whoever's fighting is on our turf. Man, can't have enough. Really want to do like a Bretonian kind of like out in the plains kind of thing, which is like the aesthetic of what they have, and get those plain stuff. I was thinking, like, I've seen those train model stuff where they have like corn fields and stuff. That'd be so much fun to like work on. And some wooden fences and stuff, you know, like out in the country. That'll be so cool. And it can fit both, you know, the Empire and the Bretonian aesthetic, regardless, considering, you know, both are very similar civilizations. Albeit, Empire seems to be more in the foresty side of things, like a traditional forest. Not even like Wood Elf forestry is insanely packed, and it looks almost jungle-like with all the vines and stuff. No, I would think of more like a traditional European, you know, forest. Not as dense. You can see pretty much clearly. Like a spruce forest in a way. Bretonians are out in the wild. They have trees and all, but you know, sparingly. Kind of like when you think of like when you go out to the fields heading towards Sealy, where you see like the occasional tree lines and stuff. Think of it that way. In fact, I never thought about it, but here where we live is very Bretonian-like, just without the roads. Think of it that way. How about you? What are you doing right now, Mr. Pantalone? You working on a project? I'm fixing some magnets? Hell yeah. Sweet. Hobby time it is. Meanie. You're thinking fillers? Oh yeah. You know what would be a great idea for filler? You know, like, you know how like sometimes, I don't know if you've seen it in like movies, and it's an actual thing in history, but sometimes bowmen run out of arrows when they shoot too much. You can have one of those like baskets filled with arrows, like standing up. They're like an upward basket, and they once they run out, they go and grab another set of arrows. You can have that same basket be like a little fireplace, like where they light their arrows before they shoot it. And put a few of those like in between every 10 or every 5, so that it looks like they can light their arrows if they need to. Which, if I'm correct, I think that's like an actual thing you can do in the game, in the main game. You can have like a fire arrow variant, and so that's an actual thing. You can have a cart with supplies, like a regular cart kind of thing, or like wooden boxes. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Just join the dining and I can add you here. Hello, Mr. Avocado. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Let's see here.
Is my audio okay?
I think so, yeah. Sounds fine to me. I can adjust it here regardless.
Okay, awesome. Just making sure. I'm very self-conscious of my phone audio sounding really bad.
Nah, it's cool. You sound good to me.
Okay, cool. Cool. Can we turn you up a little bit? I'm actually painting right now as well.
Yeah, imagine so. Did you hear about what I said for filler?
I did.
What you think?
Would you mind repeating the information for the stream's sake?
Yeah. So I was thinking, like in movies where they have those like baskets full of like kind of like coal, and it's a fireplace.
Yeah.
And so like most archers, when they turn on their arrows, they have like a little fire basket that they kind of dip their arrow in. I was thinking you can have one of those as a filler.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that you mentioned that because the barricades that the GW plastic kit came with has, you know, the long, it's about 25mm base long, like rectangles, you know, that you can put the barracks on, or the barricades on, excuse me.
Yeah.
It came with razors actually that have like flame and stuff on them, so I had actually like added them onto the barricade base on, thinking like it would be cool. But now that I'm actually like thinking about fillers, and
It might just be worth just yoink it, huh? Yeah.
I'm gonna end up popping those off and doing something else with them, because like I didn't really understand like what fillers were.
And now you do.
I'm glad that we're talking about this in general. I'm glad we have a chance to talk now about Old World, because we haven't like sat and talked about like all of the new stuff that I've learned over the last like couple weeks.
Ooh, yeah, I'm itching for Old World all the time, especially because I want to keep the excitement going. Because if we don't really do that, like as you said, if we don't just talk about the stuff and we don't have someone to nerd with, it can kind of die down, you know, like it kind of just saddens it. Like the boat, it just sags, it just, you know, nothing to soak up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like coming from like someone who kind of like does the hobby and everything, and knows like a lot of people who are like nerdy and geeky and play video games and everything, but aren't necessarily into like the hobby of like tabletop gaming and like painting models.
Yeah.
So you like talk about certain things and everything, and you know, people think it's cool and whatnot, and I get complimented for things and whatnot, but like they don't really like, they don't do it themselves, you know, they don't understand.
Precisely, and that's kind of one of the things that this is all for, like I've said before to you, and I'll say it here, like you said, for the sake of the stream. But I'm hoping this is kind of like just an experimental thing at first. I'm doing it mostly because I paint a lot as it is, and people have told me like you should do something with it if it's something you really have a passion for. And I figure, you know, one of the things I also enjoy doing is teaching people. Like I have such a patience, I'm told, for it. So like what better way than to share it with others, and like you said, talk about what you guys learn, because part of the hobby is the excitement, and especially having someone to share it with. And so that's why I kind of figured, you know, I'd have you here also chatting with me. Not to mention you'd help me out a lot by just having me talk like I am now.
Right. No, yeah, I am definitely here to help.
Like, yeah, you know, one of the biggest issues right now, I'm kind of just thinking like I do want to branch out to like a wider audience. Of course, like I said, I want to make this grow out of something, but don't know how I'm gonna approach that. So far I've been recommended kind of clipping and doing shorts, but I don't know how I feel about doing that. It's definitely more work. Because for me, this isn't work right now, at least having set up everything, because now once you know, you kind of go through the process of setting up the stream, having it look the way you want it to look and such, all you have to do really is just turn on the computer, you know, set up the streaming stuff, and you get started easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And having to do more just to get noticed is a little, just makes you wonder. It's a little head scratcher.
I mean, it also kind of just depends on like what you want to do as well, like with your content. And I mean, you kind of just have to like find your own little niche, you know.
Because for me, it's all about painting right now, really. This extra digital stuff and the stuff I've done for the stream so far and how it visually looks, it's as much as I want it to go, at least for now, just to start off. But doing the edits while I'm working full time and doing this commission stuff, it's very time consuming as it is. And you know, when people tell you, oh, just do edits and shorts, we're talking about like many more hours of just doing something else other than painting the stuff you want to paint.
We're not even talking about the hobby anymore. We're just talking about like the tech side of it, of like being a content creator and like doing these things that, you know. But no, I understand what you mean. Yeah, it all just kind of like, that's something that, I mean, everyone has their own like personal taste on like how they do certain things and everything. And I think like over time, as you continue to create content, you'll figure it out. You know.
I hope so. Yeah, maybe there's just a lack of inspiration right now, or maybe because I've just started, but I'm
No,
I'm
that's what I'm
hoping
saying.
so.
Like you just kind of started, like you'll figure it out. You know, it took me a while to figure it out.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No, yeah, for sure. Like I'm not like trying to like downplay or anything, but like, you know, it's up to you. You know, like you have to like do that work. You know.
We'll see how it fares out after a while, because I have a lot of commissions I gotta work on.
That's perfect content for YouTube, man. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Also, if I were to do some short stuff, I might do like little animatics, just because I find them, like, the concept fun, and I'm such a goofball.
Sure.
So I figure I might work on that, like, as we talk about things.
Yeah, okay, cool. I sure do miss streaming, man. I wish I could set up a stream right here with you.
Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, are you gonna stream alongside? That'd be really cool, you know?
I wish I could, man. I don't have any of my equipment with me anymore.
Ugh.
Yummy avocado is out of commission right now.
What do you mean? You're still here.
That's true. Good point.
You are now a part of my
Good
stream.
point.
I have consumed you. Your essence is mine.
Oh no. Oh god, this is what it's like everywhere I go.
I am GW. I will consume your IP.
Oh no, that's it, boys. I'm going down with the ship.
No,
So
your
anyway, back
your
to
ship
old
is
scrolls,
mine.
I've been stepping over. Nah, bro, the ship's already like sunk, bro. I'm already dead. He
Just doing.
go back to old world, bro. Like I have so much to like pick about old world because like I've been watching like videos left and right.
Yeah.
Like earlier we were talking about Bretonia, and
Yeah.
like I was actually messaging you earlier to get me on Discord because I was like, because you were talking about Bretonia, and I was like, yo, like I really want to talk about Bretonia, and I don't want to have to like, get back on stream and like have to pull back the topics.
Yeah.
But you know, if we can like rewind it back a little bit and talk about Bretonia because
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Bretonia is fucking weird, dude. Like it's got weird lore.
It is. I've dove into it a bit, but I'd like to hear at least what you heard. Maybe I'll pick up on something else.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I've never been into like, well, okay. So let me rephrase that here. I've been into old world, and you know, and I played like the Total War games and everything that came out.
Right.
I think the first one released back in like what 2016, 2015. So
Hey,
like,
cousin.
I've been into that, but even prior to that,
Hello.
you know, I still like was watching videos here and there, but I never knew or like what like Bretonia was, you know, like I kind of just thought they were just like other dudes just kind of
Yeah.
like there, you know.
They're just
I
chilling.
kind of figured like the main character, like as a normie going into the hobby and going into fantasy, I thought the Empire was like the main characters, you know.
Right. And for the sake of humanity's sake, we are, of course. But what else is there? Like what does this whole main character thing, like, was there revelation about it?
I don't know, like I kind of just like over time like getting into like the setting, not necessarily the hobby but the setting,
Right.
and then playing the games, or playing the video games, excuse me, not the tabletop. Yeah, I don't know, like just kind of doing that, like I kind of just like generally learned through like what's that? I'm losing my mind with that word. I always forget the word. It comes to like storytelling and whatnot. Oh wow, this is embarrassing.
No, take your time. I know you're out of touch too with your whole talking on stream stuff, so I'm totally new at it. So we're doing this together.
I will take my time. Thank you.
So to relapse, you're talking about how you learned about Bretonia being a weird thing. When you mean by weird, as in like you feel like they're a second to humanity, as in like Empire being the first,
Well,
or do you feel like
okay, so my point being is like I was never really deep into like the fantasy realm in general to like understand lore like I did with 40k, you know, and like
Right.
Blood Ravens per se.
right?
So when I was jumping into fantasy and old world with this whole like new like resurgence with it and everything, and then you bringing it up, and then kind of me just doing my general like, you know, like because if you're into 40k and you're playing 40k and tabletop games enough, you're gonna end up floating towards fantasy at some point.
Yeah, I feel like that's a natural thing.
It's just a natural thing, right? So like as we naturally move towards fantasy, I kind of personally wanted to do something that I had never heard of before, because originally, you remember, I think you and I had discussed this before we had even like started thinking about fantasy, was I kind of want to do an Empire army, an army with the Empire, because I played the Empire in all the Total War games. You know, I like Karl Franz, I like, you know, the aesthetic of the army.
Right.
And I originally was going to do that, but then I decided, you know, I kind of want to do something a little different, something like I don't really know about or haven't really like, or something that I kind of want to jump into and be brand new with, you know?
Right. And Bretonnia definitely is not the Empire.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. And you know what? When I first got into it, and it was my ignorance, because I jumped into it thinking, oh, it might just be the Empire, but just with like more like medieval stuff, right?
Right.
Absolutely not.
No, yeah, they're a whole different monster.
They're fucking weird, like, and I didn't mean weird, and when I say weird, it's like, I don't mean it like in a bad way, I just mean weird as in like, holy shit, dude, like
You wouldn't think about humans being anything else other than regular peasants, like you said with medieval stuff. Like, they definitely have a mystical side to them. They have a mystical side, which would be like how Girl Knights function to begin with, and how they serve their purpose in society. The most normal part about the Bretonnian civilization is probably their peasantry, because it's very reminiscent of like modern day peasantry. Well, not modern day, but you know what I mean, like our real life peasantry back in history. Yeah,
you're right.
and they pay their tithes in such a way, but the way they're treated, the way the Girl Knights are, and they're used, they're kind of hoity-toity assholes for the most part.
Yeah.
And the way like they serve their fiefdom is very broken, and the only way Bretonnians ever seem to get together to fight for the main cause is when like they have a big enemy fighting. Otherwise they're constantly like in rebellion, from what I'm understanding. And they're pronounced Bretonnian, by the way, with a B. It's a fantasy universe that we're getting into. It's Warhammer Fantasy, Old World to be specific. So when you look up what we're talking about, it's Warhammer Old World, and think of it like knights with fantasy, kind of like Lord of the Rings. The Bretonnians, yeah, the Bretonnians would be the Ronins, the Rohonan, whatever. How do you say it? The riders, the guys, the horse dudes from Lord of the Rings, the Ronin, the Rohan. There you go.
Rohan.
Yeah, think of it that way. They're like plain people that love horses.
I think a better description, and I apologize for interrupting you.
Yeah,
I think a better
no,
description
of course.
for Bretonnians, and
Yeah.
this is just like me diving really deep into the meme side of everything.
Yeah.
Is I just think of like Bretonnians. What are Bretonnians? Think of Arthurian, King Arthur lore.
Yeah,
with
honestly.
the sword and the wizard and everything, and the Lady of the Lake and whatnot, because I believe that's also Arthurian lore. But with French people.
They're all French. Oui, oui. Oh, les messieurs.
That's literally what I said. I'm like, it's literally Arthurian like story, like King Arthur and the story that we all know and love, but replace everyone with French people. And
no,
like the magic, like
there's this unique character. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it multiple times. The Green Knight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What is he?
No, he's King Arthur. He's part of King Arthur lore.
Who is he? Like not King Arthur wise, but like who the hell is he?
I don't know.
No, you haven't dove into him? I myself don't actually know. That's why I'm asking. Dang
I
it.
haven't dove into him. I just know that he was like part of the thing. I don't know.
I just heard hearsay that supposedly he's like a specific wood elf kind of dude, and I don't know if you know about the wood elf incursion between Bretonians and the wood elves, but supposedly once like the end times were happening, supposedly Bretonia was at the doorstep of the wood elves, and they were basically threatening the wood elves because they're like, "Yo, we found out what our lady was, and we're not very happy about it, and we demand to know." And it turns out that this whole time that like the Bretonians have been making Grail Knights right out of like the lady's water and stuff. Like she's basically making them the Grail Knights they are, the super soldiers they are. Turns out that Bretonians are only the prototype. Think of it like the Bretonians were used as guinea pigs because her true intention was to perfect her magic to make Grail Knights to protect her. Basically think of Age of Sigmar Storm Eternals, but for wood elves.
Oh, okay.
And the Grail Knights are the prototype, essentially. They're the test dummies. The first test before. Well, I hear it mostly from the side of the wood elves.
Okay, because I haven't like dove into any of this. I'm kind of like taking my time reading this as
Yeah.
as I
Yeah,
gain
of course.
along, but I'm enjoying that. Like I enjoy that I don't know everything about this army.
Yeah, that's what's so much fun. And believe it or not, the same with me. I've kind of thought about that too. I was like, I kind of want to watch more lore videos, watch other stuff so that we can kind of bring it up here. And I kind of also wanted to do a pseudo lore video. Oh,
Yeah,
let's see.
yeah.
It still says there's this anime I saw a while ago, but I forgot what it's called. It's about a guy who reincarnated and he went from a normal world to a medieval world. He becomes a wizard prodigy. Maybe you'd like it. Oh, interesting. Where can I find this? And what's the movie? What's the name? Also, if we can get our hands like on a Bretonian-esque castle, that would be so cool. Like a classic like castle. Have you seen them? Like they're kind of like nice, pristine, and clean.
Yeah, I've already been on it, Chief. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking at them already on eBay.
Oh, dude, that would be so cool.
I'm actually really interested in getting them. I know you guys are interested in getting that 40k set with the Space Marine stuff.
Believe it or not, I'm on the fence about it. I talked to Andrew a little bit about it. I might get a few pieces just because I feel like they're not that expensive for what you get, considering they're pre-painted, and that's kind of what I like about it.
Right.
But I'm right now I'm working on this commission for 40k. Yes, but that's a due that I'm owing someone that they paid their hard-earned money for me to do. So I'm gonna give that precedence and the most importance. So what I'm trying to get at is like, believe it or not, like my full heart right now is in fantasy. Like I'm insanely addicted. I mean, considering the theme of my stream, it is old world theme. At least that's what I was going for. And the little knight character, I kind of made it Dark Souls and Men at Arms inspired from like from the Empire, believe it or not. The helmet, that dome helmet that I have on my little character, was a little bit inspired from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Alright. I'll definitely look it up. But yeah, dude, I want to get more terrain for old world. And I think what's really cool about old world terrain, other than like specific very fantasy structures like a castle and little taverns, like it can be used for everything.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. I was gonna say, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that whole group thing because we could potentially, just get some like fantasy terrain, because I think I'm more into fantasy right now. I think you're right. My heart's set on fantasy right now. So I think if I wanted to buy any terrain or kind of put money or invest money in terrain, it would probably want to be into fantasy terrain.
Oh boy. But who knows, maybe rather than, who knows, Andrew, I know he's also kind of in it, the Blue Blob anime. I think Andrew knows about it. But if you guys are all down and we all invest in some terrain, because I think that's one of the best ways we can all work together to kind of like spruce up a theme, is if we all agree to pitch in. One of the sad realities is I feel like a lot of guys are not in full agreement of certain things, and some of us can just sacrifice like our investment for like the betterment of one choice, and I'm willing to do that. Like if you're already working on what's it called, the Bretonnian terrain, I'm more than happy to pitch in for that so that can get finished. I also want to do some dwarven one, but again, since no one else is willing to pitch in for dwarven stuff, like why split the attention, if that makes sense, considering the shop, you know, already has most of my stuff. I can commit to one theme, like the other stuff that's already finished.
I'm open to and any kind of terrain I purchase or any kind of thing I do for the shop or anything, or for us or anything, would go to the shop. I wouldn't keep it.
Of course, you get to keep it. I recommend, dude. I was just listening to like some hobby stories at work while I walk around and do my thing. But like, you know, write your name under it, dude. Like if anything ever happens between you and you get kicked or for some whatever reason, which, you know, these things can always happen at random. We never know when someone's going to react badly. You can just take it because it is yours. It is your hard work. Of course, for the store, in the sense of you leave it there and it's really lovely of you to do that. But, you know, own it. Own what you bring. Like, say if the same happens to me, I'm not gonna leave the freaking cabinet there. Hell no. We're talking about a lot of hard work, and of course, I don't want to say it out loud about how much it's worth, because it's invaluable to me regardless of the worth.
Right.
No amount of money can bring back your time.
No, absolutely. You were absolutely right. But going back into Old World,
yes,
I actually do have some PDFs already lined up, ready to go. So like, I'm actually interested in starting to look into the rules and everything of Old World. So I have the official rules. I have that army one you gave me, and then I have the Arcane Journal. Could you educate me a little? And anyone else who isn't really knowledgeable on like what the Arcane Journal is.
What is it precisely? All right, so
yeah, like what is the Arcane Journal?
So first off, it comes with your specific army unique units. The core rules doesn't come with anything but the rules on how to play. The Arcane Journal, think of it like a codex. What is a codex? You know, for like my family here who's watching as well. An Arcane Journal is essentially the rules to a specific faction you pick. So it'll tell you who is included in it. The Arcane Journal is, think of it like a multitude of factions in one book, but with a certain theme. So if you're doing the Arcane Journal of Forces of Fantasy, those are the good guys. Think of it that way. So it's only going to have the theme to good guys. It's not going to have the bad guys like the Tomb Kings, the Chaos Warriors, stuff like that. And it'll tell you all the information about how to play your units. The data slates in 40K, which is the rules on each individual model in the game.
Okay.
It also comes with unique and if I'm correct, the Arcane Journal, like I said, it's basically the vanilla index cards for the fantasy armies of whatever you pick. However, if you want distinct rules for like legendary characters, you have to buy the journal that comes with your faction specific in mind, which is basically the official like faction that you're playing.
Right, because I kind of skimmed the file that I did receive for the Arcane Journal, and it kind of just looks like it kind of just adds or gives me the option to add like wizards or mages and everything, and other kind of like specific characters, such as the Green Knight and the Lady of the Lake. Like those are characters that are, or those are data sheets that are within Arcane Journal.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
It adds unique artifacts. It adds unique rules. Think of it like, you know how when you play a certain Space Marine chapter, you get certain stratagems? That's what that book is. Like, it'll tell you, oh, you want to play this house? You get these bonuses. You want to play this one? Your horses are better. They get to run better. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a supplement to your army, essentially, to what you're playing, because I understand that there are multiple arcane journal types, you know?
Yes.
But that's really cool. On the Bretonnian side, and I kind of mean this more on my point of view as a Bretonnian, yeah, it's cool that that book adds a lot of, like, the magic stuff. Well, actually, it adds magic in general, like, to my rosters, because in the army book that you had given me, I don't believe there's any magic options on there. I don't believe
not many.
that I saw.
Most of your magic stuff comes from the legendary characters.
Yeah, and I also want to talk about that too a little bit when it comes to magic, because I did bring this up in the 40K chat at one point, a little while ago.
Oh,
I do have plans for making magic characters or mages, and I understand in the lore of Bretonnia, like, they're not really fond of male mages for some reason.
Yeah, it's a strict rule for the ladies. They're usually like on horseback and stuff, and they cast. A lot of the males, are reserved for the Grail Knight position. There's still females in Grail Knights, but majority are male. Yeah.
So, like, is that what a paladin is? A Bretonnian paladin?
Female?
No, I mean in general, like, to be a Bretonnian paladin, like, are you a knight that is like a mage? Like, were you like a mage that, you know, kind of like,
as far as the roster system goes, the paladin is the Grail Knight.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Because all Grail Knights are infused with magic. It's what gives them their super strength, and usually it makes their weapons glow. That's one of like the defined factors of Bretonnian Grail Knights. Okay,
sounds good. Okay, so I was thinking about, and I'm kind of getting more into like the more gamey aspect, the more tabletop hobby aspect of it a little bit here. With, you know, the mages and everything, with them being mostly women, you know, I guess it wouldn't be too far-fetched to get that collegiate mage box set, right? Like the Age of Sigmar box set.
Yeah, most definitely. You can find a way to incorporate it.
Yeah, definitely. And I noticed that you mentioned like the horses and everything, and I'm now realizing that most of the art and everything that I see of the mages, they're on horseback. Yeah, I don't really see that being an issue. I could probably get them on horseback and everything.
Also, Itzel is asking if I would get a tattoo, and she saw like a cool one of a knight on TikTok. Honestly, I never really gave tattoos much of a thought. I don't think I would, honestly, just because it's something else I wouldn't like to dive into. Like, I already have so many expensive things as it is, and I know it's like a one-time thing, but also the idea of like ink being a permanence in your body, regardless of how there's now ways to remove it. I don't know, I just don't like it so much. I think it's awesome as hell, don't get me wrong, when I see people who have really cool ones, but it's just not for me.
I have a tattoo. It's pretty awesome. It's a blood raven symbol, 40K.
Hell yeah, and like I said, amazing, but regardless, I'm just nothing against. I just don't want one. I like way too many things for me to pick one thing in specific to have on my skin, which then would lead to probably wanting multiple things on my skin.
Hell yeah, brother.
And you would think with me loving knights and all so much, I would be crazy into Bretonnian and Empire, but considering like I'm the kind of person that likes really unique things, and not for the sake of uniqueness, but like something that I haven't played before, and I've played a lot of it, like Imperial Guard, kind of like what you said. I was like, it was time for me to try something different with fantasy when I hopped over from 40k to fantasy as well. And
Yeah.
I never thought it would be the Wood Elves, but when I saw the tree people, holy smokes, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. That was like my instant captivate moment. It was like, oh dang, those tree people look hella tight.
No, they do look dope, honestly. It's funny that you mentioned that because when I was thinking about getting into the Elder Scrolls battle tabletop game, I was thinking about going Wood Elves.
Dang. Well, yes, you get to see them. And at least here in our hobby store, a lot of the guys here don't like to like duplicate armies. Like if someone already picks it, they're more than willing to try something different for the sake of difference. And I think that's really cool because then we get to have like versatility in terms of like the opponent you play against. Because we got an Empire player, we got my Wood Elves, we got Abram with the Skaven that I have. We have ogres from my friend. He has Lizardmen as well, who he's willing to let others play. He has what else? I think he has his demon army, but he's planning to sell that. So if anyone is ever interested, I hope they can help him out.
Who?
My friend Juan.
He's selling a demon army?
Well, he's thinking of it. I'm not. Don't hard quote me because who knows if you might not want to. But
sold. I'll buy it. Thank you. Just have him send it to me through the mail.
For free, yes.
No, not for free. I would have paid. No, actually, I'm not saying. I guess the thing I used, as you said, don't hard quote me on this. I'm just kind of looking into another army already.
For Old World?
Yes.
Oh hell, dude, me too. Even though I already have Skaven and Wood Elves, dude, I'm soaking in a lot of dwarf stuff. I'm thinking of dwarves.
Yeah, I'm thinking about other ones, and I don't know. I'm thinking about orcs. You said orcs?
No, dwarves. I might do dwarves, but also because
dwarves?
there's already a lot of dwarves.
Oh.
Again, since we have already 2 dwarf players, which would be Vincent and my friend Juan, who's really into dwarves right now. I would more than definitely hop onto Tomb Kings. I don't think anyone wants to do Tomb Kings. I like the Tomb Kings.
I don't know what army I wanted to do. I was either thinking between the Corn Demons or Chaos. I don't know.
Ooh. Well, my friend would definitely give you a discount, obviously, like on compared to like the retail price he bought it for. I know he would.
Yeah, because I had actually seen JD's army specifically because he also has the OG like 5th edition Old World or whatever edition Old World Demons of Corn army, and I really liked it. And we actually already have demon models. I own them already. I have 10 bloodletters on with me, and I really like the models, honestly.
Yeah, and my friend Juan, like I said, don't hard quote because who knows if he might take it back, but at least the last he talked to me, he seemed really convinced that, yeah, it's not an army for him.
It's all melee, correct?
For the most part, yes, but considering how Old World is very melee-centric, that's not a problem in Old World. Who knows, he might want to give it a try before he makes a decision, but again, we'll see as time goes.
Right.
Because who knows, he might, 180. And also, Itzel, yeah, I did play a little bit of Elden Ring. I don't have Bloodborne since that was a PlayStation exclusive from way back. I don't remember if they ported it onto PC because that's predominantly where I'm at. But I definitely want to play it. It looks super cool. I'm into that like Dark Souls-esque aesthetic.
Yeah, I played Elden Ring for a little bit too. Elden Ring's pretty cool. I didn't finish it though. I just kind of ended up figuring out that it wasn't really a game for me.
No, that sucks, man.
Yeah, I wanted to like it, and I played it a lot.
Right? Yeah. You just kind of just fell off. That happens.
It just wasn't my thing. Yeah. And then like, I think the day I realized it wasn't for me was, I felt after I killed one of the bosses, I felt more relief than joy. Like I felt relieved that it was over, versus like feeling happy that I killed him. So that's kind of the day I realized, like, that was literally the boss that I realized, like, I don't think this game's for me.
Yeah, I learned I'm a very casual player. So as much as I like Dark Souls, I think it's more of the aesthetic and the story that I enjoy, not so much the gameplay. Because the same with me, I was playing the first one, and every time I killed a boss, I was like, I don't know if I enjoyed the difficulty of it necessarily, because I'm the kind of person who knows I can do something if I spend enough time. But for me, time feels so much more valuable considering I have less of it for myself. And it's like, yeah, I'd rather be painting than fighting this boss nonsensically because of pride, I guess. Like that's not my, it's not up my alley. And I have a lot of the Dark Souls games. In fact, I
definitely want to play the first Dark Souls. That's on my wish list.
Yeah, and I bought them, and I was like, I'll sink some time into it, but it is so much time considering how hard they are. They really are as hard as they say.
So what was that bonk sound?
Oh, I hit the mic with my elbow in accident. My bad.
I just hear a bonk sound.
Yeah, my bad.
Bonk.
Debunk. Man, seeing other colors other than just red on this thing feels so good.
That's literally how I feel about my dudes, man. Like, I was kind of like getting tired of seeing them all gray.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's such a freaking, especially like when you're painting one color at a time.
Yeah.
It's such a, like, what do you call it? A dopamine hit when like you can finally throw in like some red and blue or whatever.
Yeah, some other colors. I know exactly what you mean. It's just
like,
you get tired of one color.
Like a different color, yeah.
Yeah, and like this right here, it's just two colors. It's freaking like two shades of red, which really it's just red. And then like this metallic gray I'm putting on, and that already feels so much better.
That's what I'm saying, like, but man, like, maybe it's only 3 colors, but dude, like, when you put on that third color finally after painting that second color for like 3-4 hours straight, like,
it feels amazing. Yes.
Yeah, it's the best.
Hobby people would definitely know what we're talking about.
Because like, it took me about a week, man, like a working week to just get 20 of the minute arms, or of my minute arms, with their like leather, like the brown,
yeah,
their leather like details, and that's a week. So for me, like, being able to progress so much in the last like 3-4 days too, like, that was pretty awesome too. I've been able to get the blues, reds, tans, and the washes all in like just 3-4 days.
So like I have a really bad, like, on the topic, I have a really bad work schedule right now. It's from 2 to 11 at night, and I have this dilemma where I don't know if I want to stream way too early because I get off so late, wake up a little too late. Like, for me, waking up around 8 o'clock, it's already late because it takes a little bit of time to set up and stuff. Once I start painting, I'm only gonna have about like 2 hours to paint before I have to start getting ready, because I shower and clean my clothes and stuff, put it to wash, whatnot. eat breakfast, and it kind of kills the motivation once you know you have to go to work and it's gonna have to stop abruptly because you know you gotta actually go. And I don't want to do it late at night, even though like once I'm out of work, sometimes I do have the energy, but like it's freaking late as hell. Like who's gonna watch it at that time? I mean, yeah, I'd be surprised. There's people out there who would, but at least the people I know that are watching right now are, for the most part, you know, local people I know. They're not going to be up at that time.
I feel, when I was streaming, I definitely felt like I needed to gather like my audience during the day first before I could start streaming at night, because like it wasn't until I was streaming like full time during the day was when like I could think like, okay, maybe
all right, later, Andrew.
Like, I can stream at night. I could stream on the weekends at night because I knew like, oh, okay, like there's some people who, you know, who watch during the weekends and whatnot, or during nighttime. But I would normally not stream during the night, honestly. During the week, it was like a stream death sentence. It was always death.
Oof.
Dead stream. So I streamed at night for sure.
Abram's coming over later today so we can play some more Legion. There's a new edition of Legion as well, and it's so much fun. I do have my qualms about it, but you know, it's not bad enough that I wouldn't play it. Like it's still really much the same game, but they added a lot of nuances and depth into the game that it does take a little more time.
To what game? I apologize.
Star Wars Legion. There's like a new edition. Think of it that way.
That is so funny that you also bring that up too, because I was thinking about that, and I've been looking and eyeballing the clones on Amazon, and they're actually not. They're like really decent prices.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about Legion. Is it's. Well, I mean, of course, when you want to get a whole army and you want versatility, like unique units to run differently, yeah, like it can add up, of course. But considering when we're used to GW prices, it is insanely cheap in comparison.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite YouTuber, Maniac. Wish he would watch my stream sometime, but he's starting to paint some Legion characters. I saw on some of his posts, and I'm like, oh hell yeah! Like, this is the time. This is the moment.
Awesome.
I mean, he might cover the topic and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing clones for sure.
Do you have a Legion you're thinking of?
Yeah.
5-0 first? No more blue?
No, maybe just phase 1, honestly, dude, even before that.
Like regular phase 1s?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, bro. Like Attack of the Clones, kind of just regular out of the factory.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how I started mine.
Yeah, and then like seeing the commandos as well. Like I was a really big nerd for a Republic Commando, so I would be definitely interested in painting up Delta Squad.
Yeah, and there's a card for them. Like they're an official unit in the game.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would definitely like to play them.
But
not only that, but like,
yeah,
I think what excites me too is like the actual like building and painting. Like, cause I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so like I would get absolutely giddy if like I started painting like, you know, the clones or a tank or whatever. Like I understand that like vehicles aren't really a thing in the game. There's like they use light vehicles, you know.
No, there's heavy vehicles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I could get like a gunship.
Not a gunship. More like there's heavy vehicles like the Saber tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not a light vehicle.
No, it's not. Okay.
They have the ATRTs. They have the speeder bikes. They have the LAAT, which is the city like transport for infantry.
Right.
They don't have a
Yeah, I've seen
gunship,
that
because if you think about a gunship, I don't know if you know at least the lore of a gunship. Like, sure, it can drop off squadrons of clones, but it's also usually like a vehicle transport. Yeah, like they're considered a heavy transport. I hope they add it, dude. I freaking love the gunship. It's one of my favorite vehicles.
Yeah, same.
It's such a classic clone vehicle.
Absolutely. What time are you heading off, dude?
I already hit the 2-hour mark. Supposedly Abram was going to be freed up around 2 o'clock, which is in about less than 30 minutes. So I might be cutting it soon. Also, I got a good amount of stuff in painted today, so
All right, bro. Well,
I'll give it like
I will leave you to it then.
well, I was gonna say if you don't mind staying with me for another like 30 minutes ish, just finish off the time.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay, no problem. Sure. No problem at all.
And got some of this metallic here.
Like I said, as of like a few hours ago, I am under a 5-day mandatory, quarantine.
Oof. But
I
hey,
don't want to use the word because apparently YouTube doesn't like the word.
yeah, that's why I didn't say it earlier too.
Yeah, don't use the word, but we know why.
Weird YouTube shenanigans.
It's a bad word. It's a bad word.
No.
I was hearing you do that shit earlier, dude, because I have you playing on the TV we have here, so like I was hearing you fucking make all those like crazy sounds.
Yeah. And I'm aware. Esteban was telling me the other day that he has me on stream sometimes at his station where he works at for the ambulance. So where he's stationed at, and he just blasts me on their main TV, and his coworkers are watching. But like, that's embarrassing, but also whatever. Like, I should expect for people to watch me in any form they want to watch me. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I hope anyone who's watching this content is they know what's up.
yeah, this is where the true good content is for Old World. Be welcome.
What's really good.
Yeah, dude. If you're ever more than welcome, dude. I would love to have you on here more often, talk, because we got a good chemistry. I know we do, especially when we hang out in person.
Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely, man. I'm trying to do some streams at the shop, man.
Ooh, yeah, getting a stream at the shop would be cool. I'm not sure about battle reports. I constantly have this fear that it's just, if you're not going to put the effort to like edit and do the hard editing work for what is it to do battle reports, I honestly don't feel like it's worth the time. I've already seen so many channels, like literally like off small channels, try to do battle reports because they're excited for the game they're playing, and it just doesn't hit. Like, no one watches them. Let's be real. Like, between watching lore videos, watching other streamers that you practically care more about, it has to be captivating, entertaining. There has to be a reason to watch. Like, I think one of the reasons Play on Tabletop is so great is because their tables look amazing. They're beautiful. They add the little sound effects when they roll the dice and they shoot, and it's cut up concisely. Because let's be real, their games don't last 40 minutes, regardless of the title of the game. It's heavily edit. Yeah.
They're editing like 3 hours of video, bro.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, so like I'm on board doing battle reports, but someone has to do the editing. And like I said, I already have so many things I'm working on, like doing this. Editing while doing this and working full time is just not practical. You do not have all the time in the world to do that.
Right. definitely be like a hobby kind of project. I was thinking more along the lines of streaming battle reports because that kind of like, you know, leaves off a lot of the editing and everything. You kind of just stream it and there you go, boom, done.
Right, but that's kind of like this. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, it was a lot of work. I kid you not. It took me about like 2 consecutive weeks of many hours just to get the stream thing going because it was totally new for me. So from ground zero to this, I feel really good about what I did. But I know this is just scratching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to streaming. And the same thing about like editing and doing other things. But this is all kind of just slapped together from a novice perspective, and I know it can get better. The same with, you know, streaming a battle report. Like, yeah, it seems kind of just cheap. It's easy. It's a get it done kind of thing. But that's the thing. I don't know if I want to put that kind of effort in streaming a battle report on a place that we're not really guaranteed a safe spot. Like, I realize that with my terrain stuff there. That's why it's under lock and stuff. But like, who knows? Like, what if we're not allowed to do that there? And also the internet. You have to consider the internet and the connection we have there, because we're not paying for it. At least if you do it like at your home, you're in control of your own stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell. And for now, I'm just more focused on getting old world terrain and my armies.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna end up probably buying some more terrain. I'm already looking at all those pre-orders and stuff, and they're not that bad.
Like the little house tavern one, the fortified tavern. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Dude, that one looks sick as fuck.
Like the wall, the fences, the tavern, the Sigmarite, whatever towers, whatever.
Yeah,
the
dude.
Towers, like all that, dude. I want all that.
You're gonna get it, or you're just wanting, wishing?
No, I'm wanting and wishing, but I'm probably gonna end up getting them.
Damn.
As time goes on.
You know, I do want to do Tomb Kings. Like, it's a for certain army kind of thing. Like, it's not a what if. It's in the far future once my armies are painted. Yeah.
Not when.
Yeah. It's not if, it's when. And they have the same Gale Force 9, you know, the sector terrain. I don't know if you know, but they have a fantasy themed one for like the desert, the pyramid stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, like it's literally Tomb King themed. And I'm actually working, and I bought some terrain recently from Amazon, like some bits. It's a surprise. But I bought some bits for the desert themed mats that we have.
Oh, hell yeah. No, yeah, bro, it's gonna look fucking awesome because, like, the Bretonians, like, they kind of just fought everywhere, bro. they kind of just took shit from everywhere, from everyone, like, everywhere, you know?
Yeah. And if you've seen all the Bretonian banners, dude, there's Bretonians in every side of the world. Like, it's not just one location.
Yeah. The people of Bretony.
It's like humans. We're everywhere. We're like vermin.
Ho ho ho. I want to put my croissant in your souffle.
That reminds me, I still gotta build a list to play with Abram.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna go into. I mean, I guess I could, because I mean, I have all the information at my disposal now at this point. But I'm gonna look into like army building until after I get all my OPR stuff built. That way I have like a foundation to work on going into old world. And it's so funny that I'm doing it that way because normally it's backwards.
Like you play the main game first and then you go into OPR.
And then you go into alternative rules, yeah, like like but I'm starting off with an alternative rule set going into like the official rule set.
And from what I'm understanding though, because I watch the Square based channel, it's another YouTube channel that's predominantly it's entirely old world themed, and they're talking that there's like really big numbers for like old world, and like the people generally like as a consensus, as a census, whatever you want to say it, they are very happy with the rules. And it's one of those game systems where at least from how I feel in 40k, with how everything's insanely killy, that's not the case in old world. The phase system does not bother me because of that.
Dude, you scared the shit out of me.
What happened?
Well, I don't know if it was open, but oh, sorry. No, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I will definitely check out that channel. What's it called? Square-based?
The Square based channel.
Dope.
The Square based. They are very based. I'm really badly itching for Calvary in my Wood Elf roster. Like really bad, yeah.
You heard bad.
Because don't get me wrong, I love the list I have. Like it's the standard Wood Elf list, which is fodder infantry. I got my spearmen. That's a must. You need some. Everyone needs something to hold the lines in the front, at least if it's fodder. Like it has to be something. And then like my main strength is, believe it or not, my archers. Not really the treemen, but the treemen are also another version of like soaking up the front. So I have plenty of soaking. What I'm missing is like think of it a hammer and anvil. I'm missing the hard hitter guys.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
And the wild riders hit hard. And so I need some of those. And eagles do the same, but personally I like the riders more.
Yeah, that is so funny that you mentioned that because I think just this coming week, I think next week actually, or this weekend, I might be able to get my realm, Knights of the Realm of the Knights. Knights of the Realm, yeah.
That's gonna be so exciting, dude.
So that right there, just for OPR, will already fill in 2 squads right there, and that's because it's 12 models in the box set. So with OPR being, they like their 5s and 10s, that's 2 squads of 5 right there with 2 extras that I plan on maybe making into like champions or characters.
That's gonna be so
cool. 2 extra models are gonna kind of be a little extra spiffy, a little extra cool looking. I'm gonna keep bashing them up a little bit. And then I'm also planning on getting those collegiate wizards. I mean, I understand that the kit itself can only really like create like 4 models, but I mean, if you're, I was looking at the description of the box itself, and it's not so much as like, you know, a box set of 4 models. It's really just like a bunch of different like mage, a wizard themed, inspired like bits. Like
Yeah.
they have lots of like fire mage bits, lots of
Has amazing kit bash
necromancy,
potential.
wizard bit, you know. So it's, I feel like, yeah, I was looking into the kit itself, and that's kind of what like the reviews and things were saying, that it's really good for kit bashing and making models and battle mages and whatnot. So I'm planning on buying that. I think maybe $40 might be a little steep for something like that, but honestly, based off of like all the bits you get and the kit bashing that I plan on doing.
Yeah, and then filler as well. Who knows? It might come some cool filler stuff. I haven't seen it, in all honesty, so I'm assuming they might have some good filler.
And like, I have to say, like, I haven't had a really passionate discussion about like this since like my early days in the hobby. So the fact that Warhammer or Old World is like really bringing up all of this again, it's kind of making me feel like a little kid again with Legos. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's nostalgic as hell, dude. The same with me, because I don't know if you know this, but I know the lore side of things because I played about like 500 hours of Total War and all the factions in it. I'm not a novice per se, but there's so much still I don't know, like in 40k. Like, I won't say I'm the best at it, but I do know a great amount in 40k. And it's the same with this. Like, I know a decent amount, I know face value, but I don't know the in betweens, the universe at heart, and the details. Like, I just found out when I was looking up for you, Mollison, the banner in the Bretonian region that is actually a vampire count. I didn't know that dude was Louis Lancour's, which is your main legendary character for Bretonian, Louis Lancour. I didn't know it was his bastard son. Yeah. That's like a big deal.
That I knew.
It's literally his freaking his son. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. And he turned vampire? Like, what's the story behind that? Like, was he sent off to do some mission and he got bit? You know, he got turned, he got ambushed. And you know, the sad actual story behind it is like he was loyal to Bretonia still. Like, it's still him. You're just, you know, you're different.
It's a very tragic story, yes. Very tragic indeed.
And he starts to question like damn, like all I worked hard for in my life, like I'm basically dead. And he was wondering like hey, can I still come and serve? And you know, he was looked down upon because he was a vampire now, just because of what he turned into.
Yeah.
And he wanted justice for, you know, like, hey dude, I did all the work. Like, what the hell?
We don't want no vampires in here. Get out of here.
And I really like that, I'm gonna be honest.
You really like it?
Yeah, like the story. I really like the story.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I like Bretonia. I like it a lot, actually. I don't know. I don't see why people shit on it. Like, it's got so much interesting things to it. I just retraded all my models right now as we're talking.
You what?
I just retrade all my models. I have like the magnetic trays.
Yeah.
So I just retrade everything. I'm kind of going through every single model that is like painted essentially, and going through all like their faces and hands. I'm doing skin right now. Skin town. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there, boss. I'm gonna have some lunch.
Yeah, same with me. I think I'm just gonna finish up this vent thing on the other side as well, and I'm gonna call it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for joining me. Let's see if you're down. I'm free tomorrow. We can do some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you mind if I kind of give a little bit of a shout out here? Shout out my channel.
Yeah, of course, most definitely.
Okay, cool. Everyone, if everyone enjoyed the stream, I appreciate everyone listening. You guys can follow me at Demi Bacaro on Twitch. You can also find me on social media on Facebook and Instagram and everything. And I'm pretty sure our boss man here, Joyce Knight, will can direct you to the right place.
Oh yeah, make sure to put a link on it for tomorrow for sure on the description, so that way you can follow him there as well. We'll definitely appreciate you guys following him as well, a fellow hobbyist here locally.
Awesome. Catch you
Alrighty.
later.
Peace out. Do some more studying. Bring some more topics for tomorrow if you want. That way you can teach me, because I really don't know Bretonians.
Yeah, me too. We'll learn together.
Yes. All right, man. Till next time.
All right, later. Thanks, man.
The last of the exhaust on the back over here. Man, I'm also thinking really hard on Legion, and I really want to get myself some, not some, but the beta batch. Oof, so much fun. I had watched the series, really enjoyed watching it with my endeared people. And I'm into the characters a lot. I'll eat up anything clone. It's all coming together, Esteban. All coming together. Really enjoying the project here. And finally, it's not going to be gray on the table anymore, brother. It's going to look awesome. And super gnarly. And super nerdy. Super. It's one of my favorite things about commissioning these things too locally, is I get to see the model still. It is so much fun getting to come back and see my work on the table, and someone else, you know, who was so passionate about my work as well, and support, pay for it and have it there. Like my friend Juan, who plays Old World as well. He has an ogre army he commissioned me for, and they are beautiful models, must I say. Wonder who painted them. And I get to see them still, which is awesome. It's another perk of commissioning locally. Well, there we go. And finish the last of the exhaust. We got a great amount of work done here. We got the toesies. And got you know, the little details in between, like, you know, the chest vents. We got some other little details, like more vents, the back of the engine, lots of exhaust, honestly. Lots of exhaust, a lot of detail in between. You can see the bottom, the main engine. And today was very exhausting. Ha ha ha. But there we go. A lot of good work done. The model, and slowly but surely, is coming together. Okay. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me. For whoever's still watching, really appreciate everything. Love you guys also very much. And I'll be on next time. Bye-bye.